Okay, this is a disclaimer before the video continues. This will contain spoilers as we have already watched the season in its entirety and we are just going back and reviewing episode by episode. So if you have not seen the season yet or watched this specific episode that we are on, I advise to go watch it and come back and watch our video, or just watch along with us. But we will be providing spoilers for things that happen later in the season and trying to get more context. So if you want, you can continue watching, but this is a disclaimer that this will contain spoilers for other things that happen in the season. All right, enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome back to a watch and review for the Winx Club. Magic is back. I'm here with Kayla.
Hello.
And you ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go. We're gonna pause it periodically just to talk about a few things. So this is gonna be longer than the whole the episode. So if you stick around, have fun. Winx versus Trix. That's what this episode is called. So we got the troll guy that they do not name in the show, even though he's basically the troll from the original show. Going through Stella's room to get a room.
Yeah. So is there no security at this school? Because it's kind of like in Harry Potter, like they just have like these dangerous creatures like roaming around the school just killing kids.
Well, I think the whole thing is that they just believe the kids, the students can handle it. So there is no security, basically. Because he walks through the front door of Stella's room and it doesn't come through the window.
With your very first transformation.
That's exactly what I'm not ready for. I still don't really know
So
how
Bloom.
to control my powers. How can I transform?
That chair looks. Hold on. Let me pause
Techna's
it.
chair.
Yes. Why does Take the Chair look like comically big compared to her?
Yeah. No, literally, I was thinking the same thing. It's like when you put a Barbie doll on a chair.
Yes. Because I understand this is supposed to be like, you know, gaming chair or whatever, but it feels like it just
like for freaking mono monitors.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just talking about
monitor.
because I have monitors kind of like this, but I'm like, what's up with the chair? It feels like they just took the asset and dropped it in the show and didn't resize it to fit Stella. I mean, to fit Techna size.
Or maybe it's for dramatic effect. Maybe it's like her like layer type thing. I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses for them.
No, it just doesn't. It just doesn't look like they resized the chair because the headrest is up here.
Yes, yeah.
It's up top.
I know. But you know
She's in
how
the
like
her head is in the middle of the chair.
Evil villains have like giant chairs.
Oh, that what they're going for? Oh, sure. If we want to give them that excuse. This gaming chair is comically big for Techna, even though Techna I believe is pretty tall also. So this is just funny. I just wanted to highlight that. She's in the middle of the chair.
Because it won't work.
Drowning in chair.
She's literally drowning in the chair.
I'll go get it.
But they're talking about Stella. I mean, not Stella. Bloom transformation.
Huh? Someone snuck into my room and
I wonder who could have been.
It's a family heirloom. My parents fight enough as it is. I can't imagine.
All right, I'm gonna pause it here because that line right there. So they're hinting towards Stella's backstory of her parents being estranged or fighting with each other. So in this version, I believe the way they give us information about Stella's parents is that they're fighting, but in the original, I believe they're already divorced, and Stella is a child of divorce. Can you confirm that, Kayla, or no?
I can't really deny or confirm that, to be honest.
Oh, you don't
but
remember? I believe that's the actual
as far
story.
as I remember, I want to say like yes, I think she definitely was a child of divorce in the original show.
But in this one, her parents are just fighting. So she comes from a toxic family, I guess, in this one.
Functional family.
Yeah, dysfunctional family in this one. So it's different, but Stella does this periodically throughout the whole show where she kind of trauma dumps on them, but her the other Winx girls don't say anything about it. Basically, she just, because she says this line, and you would think someone would bring it up at some point about like Stella's, parent
her
issue.
home life.
Yeah, because we do not see her parents in this whole season besides no, not a glimpse. It's an illusion. The scare to scare her fear illusion. That's the only time we see one of her parents, and that's it. So no one talks to Stella about her backstory and like her trauma, even though probably they should, but I'm guessing they might be saving that for second season. So whatever. So yeah, she says all this, but no one says anything. The ring is gone. Icy has it.
If we amplify our magic stealing spell with the Ring of Solaria, we'll be able to steal Bloom's flame easily. Let me put it on. I mean, after you, sister.
And they try to use the ring, but it doesn't work for just anybody.
It burned me! Ugh, magical protection. I guess it only works for Stella. Thanks, Queen of the Obvious. Ugh, forget the ring. We'll just take the direct approach.
All right, I'm gonna pause it here. So, I believe also in the original show, the Ring of Solaria, I think that's how you say it.
I think
you know
that
what
is,
I'm talking about. That was in the original show. Now, the storyline with the ring was that they believed that the dragon flame, part of the dragon flame, or the dragon flame itself, one or the other, was in the Ring of Solaria, whatever you call it. In this one, they just think it's just a magical item that amplifies your power that only Stella could use. So they kind of stripped that storyline down to nothing and lip service, basically.
Yeah.
And
it's a family heirloom.
It's just
My
a family
parents didn't
heirloom
tell me.
that only works for Stella because of magical protection. And as you see in this episode, it basically is just a MacGuffin to get the Winx to come down here so they can do a thing for the plot. In the original show, the ring actually had plot significance on unraveling who has the dragon flame or where the dragon flame is, and the bad guys, the tricks, think it's in objects or certain places, so they try to get it to find out it's not that, and then it builds up to finding out Bloom has a dragon flame, yada yada yada. But this show strips all that away, basically, and you already know Bloom gets the dragon flame pretty early, or has the dragon flame pretty early. And the ring does nothing the whole season, basically. The ring does not become relevant the whole season, besides now.
Any clues?
I love Tekna has a detective vision like Batman.
A lot of dust. I bet the tricks took it. Ugh, they're so good at being bad. They're not that good.
They're not that good, dog.
Tekna literally has Batman detective vision. It is hilarious.
Definitely the footprints of a creepy creature.
A really big one.
And with very dirty feet.
With
I wonder
very
where it
dirty
came
feet.
Wait, I'm gonna pause it here real quick because I'm like, if a creature with really dirty feet and it's big can just walk into your room, these girls should be, in my opinion, in a magical school, I would believe you'll be way more freaked out about that than the way they're acting. So
what if it
because
was in the middle of the night? It could just come in and crush me.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's no wards. They don't talk about this school have any wards that they put up at night to protect the kids or nothing. If a monster could just sneak into their room during the day, or a magical creature sneaks into the room during the day, a magical creature can just snuff them at night. And that was one of the big things about Harry Potter that made it feel dangerous. Every time they went to Hogwarts, you don't know what magical creatures are hiding behind what door or in the mystical woods or whatever they called it. I forgot what the name of the woods are. So that, and the kids were actually scared of those type of stuff. And what did the school, No, it might have been in Forbidden Woods or something like that. But what did the school do to protect the kids from that? Every night, the kids were going to their dorms that were protected by passwords from the living paintings or whatever, right? So not everyone could just get in, or any magical creature could just walk in and get the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That makes way more sense. In a magical school,
where you're trying to teach young people, because these are teenagers, magic, instead of just being able to like, magical creatures can just come in and out, and we're not even freaked out that, you know, a magical creature just came into my room during the day. Just walked through the front door.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. No one saw this either. No, because there's no one on campus, because the school is not populated for some reason. So, and the teachers are busy doing whatever. So no one saw the creature at all. No one saw the troll. So whatever.
Stella's ring.
This isn't just dirt. These prints are full of ashes.
I don't know how they know the difference between ashes and dirt.
Analysis indicates
I mean,
Cloud Tower.
Flora would
Since the
know,
tracks are the only ones still
because
wandering
Flora
around
is a
Buffering.
florist.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Flora would know, but
I did
how
alliteration.
does how does Techna have the ashes stored in some type of database of like, these are the ashes from Cloud Tower? Who went to Cloud Tower and took ash data for her to pull from? That it just does. It's just a random thing that happens because the plot needs to go along, you know?
Out ruin.
Yeah.
Logically, the monster is working for them.
Oh, and then
Too
that's
bad
another
Cloud
thing.
Tower is off limits because
Oh wait, I'm gonna roll it back a little bit and I'm gonna let them finish this whole sentence, because a lot of things they say in this scene make no sense.
This isn't just dirt. These prints are full of ashes.
Analysis indicates
Mhm.
ashes from Cloud Tower. And since the Tricks are the only ones still wandering around that burned out ruin, logically, the monster is working for them. Too bad Cloud Tower is off limits because it's
Pause.
so
So
dangerous.
everyone knows
Go
that the
ahead.
Tricks. Everyone knows that the Tricks' hangout, super secret lair, is in the Forbidden Ruins.
Well, they don't know
Or
there's a
Forgotten
layer there.
Ruins.
They just know the Tricks hang out there.
Yes. And yet it's also forbidden to
Off
go
limits.
there because it's so
Yes.
dangerous.
And you're telling me Miss Griffin or Farragonda has not said anything to the Tricks about this? But for some reason to the Winx Club, and I'm pretty sure other students in the school, is common knowledge for some reason that the Tricks hang out around the remains of Cloud Tower. It doesn't add up.
Just another thing that the Tricks get away with.
But if you think about it, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 3 in this scenario. So if it's off limits, how are the Tricks allowed to go around there? It's just hilarious because it just doesn't make sense. And they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to add the line that it's off limits. So
Yeah, they
because
could have just
basically,
stopped talking. Stop talking.
yeah, they should have just stopped talking and not added that line because they're trying to raise the stakes for the Winx not going to Cloud Tower because it's forbidden. But the Tricks do it all the time. So is it really forbidden?
Trouble again.
Is that,
Paragonda would
like
be furious if we went there. And
like Flora said, we're on thin ice.
Unless we get in and out quickly so she
But
won't know
how?
we're
But
there.
how does that make sense? The Tricks do it all the time. So why would y'all get in trouble for it?
It's the bell. Come on, we'll be late.
It makes no sense. That whole scene made no sense. I don't know how they would get in trouble for that. Whatever.
Exhausting, isn't it?
It's just inconsistency on writing. It feels like there's like 3 or 4 different writers or something writing different dialogue parts and don't talk to each other.
Tower fun facts.
They just know the general idea of the scene. Or you know what it feels like? It feels like a first draft that you just put on screen. Oh, wait, pause here. Because I want to just say, in terms of like world building, in the original show, what they used to do to go to the library to find their book is they walk up to like a magical podium and they ask for the book, and the library brings the book or the books that they're possibly looking for to them. This one, they actually have to walk around like a normal student and pick out a book and read the labels and things. I was like, there's no magic here. They stripped all the magic out of the magical library.
I can see that.
Oh, it's just a pale comparison of itself. Let's continue. She found the book she needed because she's doing something secretive. Oh my gosh, Kayla.
Yes.
Hold on, let me go back. Look at this image. Does this image not look like one of the images I use for D&D? When I was doing D&D with y'all.
And you pull up
It
the
literally-
maps so that we have like a visual of like what
Yes.
the environment looks like.
It literally looks like the 2D dungeon maps I use for our D&D campaign. That is hilarious. And you know that's probably what this is, Kayla.
Maybe.
This is 100%. This is 100% probably just a D&D dungeon layout.
I wouldn't be
This is not
surprised
even-
if it was.
Oh man, I'm telling you, cutting corners where you could, right?
Yes.
Who is this disembodied voice Bloom is hearing? Who could it be?
It's so scary. It's so creepy.
What? Who are you?
I know. I'm gonna spoil it for y'all, so if y'all don't like spoilers, stop watching the reviews, the watch reviews that we're doing. This is Daphne calling out to Bloom, and then somehow she has the magical ability to lift books. Also, while she's disembodied.
It comes and goes.
The history of.
Because I'm gonna pause it here one more time, because in the original show, what they did for Daphne contacting Bloom is Daphne could only contact Bloom in dreams. I mean, it's a typical trope, but it limited it limited what Daphne could tell Bloom or communicate to Bloom. And then sometimes Bloom she doesn't remember what she saw in her dream when she wakes up. So it was like a more creepy, mystical vibe of what's going on. Who is this person contacting her? It just was more, I don't know, what's the word? Atmospheric, I guess, or something like that, you know? It just gave a much
Build up?
bigger air. Build up. It helped with the build up and the mystery. It felt more mysterious, you know, about what was going on. This one, they're just giving you the information. The history of Domino, the dragon flame, obviously you can see the picture, and blah, 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 this and blah, blah, blah. Daphne did not have the ability to influence the world outside of Bloom's dream, I believe, in the original show. That's what limited her on telling Bloom what the information she needed to tell her, because she was weak. But in this one, she can contact her during the day, call her name, lift books. In my opinion, what's stopping Daphne in this iteration from just telling Bloom while she's walking down the hallway, hey bruh, you're a princess from Domino, you need to get to this location as soon as possible, you know? It's very arbitrary. And
what is
it
stopping Daphne from revealing the big reveal?
Exactly. Besides the plot tells her you can't do it yet, so she can't. And unlike in the original show where she can only tell her stuff in dreams, but even if she told her, Bloom would not remember the dream when she wakes up 9 times out of 10. So, you know, that is way more interesting than what they do here.
The world of the legendary dragon.
This is a vice president, I think,
Are you
Griselda.
doing? This section of the library is off limits.
I didn't know that.
Vice principal?
I'm sorry, Mrs.
Griselda, Professor Griselda,
Vice principal.
Vice principal here in
Not president,
Althea.
vice principal.
Be aware that there were numerous worthy candidates who would respect the rules of this school, know their powers, and be able to transform.
Sorry, I'm late for class.
I don't understand how she's supposed to know this is a restriction section.
Metamorphosis symbiosis.
Is off limits.
How does she know this is off limits section of the library? The show literally does not show us anything that shows us that this is off limits. Besides that she's out of class. And now if she grilled her about just being out of class, I would be fine with it. But she
Yeah,
says
me
this
too.
is a restricted section. Where's the magical chains or rope or anything
Yeah.
to show that this is a restricted section, or at
'Cause
least a
Bloom wouldn't
sign?
know that.
Yeah, how would Bloom know this is restricted? There's no sign. At least have like a written piece of paper stuck on one of these background shelves that says restricted area. Nothing. No, who would know? This just looks like
Welcome
normal.
to the restricted zone.
Exactly. This is just a normal library. Well, whatever.
Didn't know that. I'm sorry, Mrs.
Do you like Griselda's look in this one?
I think, isn't it similar to the original? I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it
think
changed
it's-
much.
I think it's kind of similar to her original look.
Sorry, I'm late for class.
I mean, either
Why is
way,
she-
it's like I definitely think they were going for that whole
Symbiosis, otherwise known as
Like-
shape-shifting, is the art of changing from one form to another.
How do I even describe
What
it?
do I have here?
What, for her design?
uppity,
Yeah,
snooty.
Sorry. I'm
Yeah,
late.
typical strict teacher.
Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Teacher look.
Yeah. I painted it last night while waiting for my brie to soften. As you all see, the door is chained shut. If trapped in or outside said house, what does one do?
Break the chain?
In your world, yes. But here, with Symbiosis, we change the chain.
I knew that.
I mean, I like the
So, like-
idea that
Give
they're.
it a go.
In her case.
Go on.
I like the idea that we're seeing episodes of them in class and doing magical things, learning magical things. I do like that.
Sigillus mutatio figaro.
So I'm currently looking at the OG Winx Griselda, and it's almost a 1-for-1.
Sigillus
Okay.
mutatio
So yeah,
figaro.
it's not that bad. All right, can I pause it here real quick? Hold on. So
Sigillus mutatio figaro.
when Stella transforms the chain, Icy bullies her sisters and other witches into not. So
What
not
happened?
everybody fall. So Icy's just a big bully.
I mean, yeah, she was like that in the original too.
Yeah,
Whether
but,
it's fairies or witches, she's just a bully.
But I'm gonna go to the whole thing that some of the Winx members of the girls act like there's no good witches, when obviously there are some good witches. And because if this witch didn't, I guess care about fairy or didn't like fairies, she wouldn't be clapping for Stella transforming the chain.
Doesn't
So-
Flora literally say that, like in
Yes.
episode 2, right? That it's like not all witches are bad and not all fairies are good.
Yeah, but Stella constantly says that we haven't seen the episode. Wait, did we already see the episode? We already saw the episode,
Yeah,
didn't
we
we?
already saw that episode.
Yeah.
I think it was like
So
episode
what was
2,
the
'cause
whole-
it was like Bloom was
She
gonna be
thought she could be a
sorted
witch.
between, yeah.
So what was the whole thing
It-
that
it's
she
a
could be a witch?
possibility of her becoming a witch, and she was like
And then-
spiraling.
The show and the people on the show had like a hard-on prejudice against Bloom being a witch because witches suck or something. Like, what? Honestly,
They're
witches
mean,
are not that.
They're evil.
Yeah, but witches are not. Flora says it, and then we have an example here of like a witch supporting a fairy. And obviously she gets bullied by Icy to not do that. But that means witches do like fairies on campus. And I'm guessing vice versa. But that whole episode told you the Winx hate witches for some reason. And I understand that Bloom was scared that she was going to become like she got tricked by Darcy and she was going to burn the school down. I was like, that's a choice. I don't know if you actually have to burn the school down just because you're a witch. That doesn't make sense, but whatever.
That's why I don't like the whole like prophecy storylines with stuff, but yeah.
I mean, but that was a trick. That wasn't a prophecy. That was just a trick by Darcy.
Yes, I know.
So,
But
so
I'm
it
just
doesn't-
saying that, like, if it were not a trick, if it were actually like she's showing you a possible future.
yeah, but my point is that was a trick. So that is that's irrelevant to the rest of the story of everybody on the show that that cares for Bloom, saying, "Oh, you won't be a Bloom," being super sad that she could be a witch in the first place, and then everybody supporting her is like, "Oh, Bloom, you would never be a witch." And I was like, "What's wrong with witches? They're not that bad. Besides the tricks, that's it." But whatever. That's my whole spiel
Literally,
about.
like, the whole point of why like witches go to the same school as fairies is that witches lost the war, and Miss Farragonda and Griffin or whatever is trying to bring fairies and witches together to show that they're more alike than they are different.
Exactly. So they can prevent another war from happening between them. But we hate witches for some reason in that episode 2. For some reason
Yeah,
we don't like
we're
witches.
like literally promoting witch hate, witch discrimination.
When we literally see in this episode a witch support a fairy. Even Stella. Because Stella is probably the most prejudiced of the girls against witches. So I don't get it. I don't understand why episode 2 was so like that.
Good work, Stella.
Good work,
Put
then.
it back.
Look, it matches my shoes. Hey!
I actually do not think that necklace matches her
Here's
shoes.
why I was late. I snuck into the library and got
Yeah,
a
not
map
really.
of the tunnels under Cloud Tower.
You may not have spells or transforming down, but you definitely
All right,
have
pause.
guts.
So none of the other girls that have been in the magical world came up with the idea to take a picture, to find a Cloud Tower book and take a picture of it. Besides Bloom, who's never been here before,
Bloom just got here.
and
She's fresh out of the portal.
exactly because you're telling me that Bloom is thinking outside the box and is so brave to go get the picture of the schematics of Cloud Tower. Nobody else could have came up with this idea that has been living in the magical world for most of their life. This is such
Their
an out of
entire
left field.
life.
You know, this is she's thinking
Because
so
where else
outside of
have
the
we
box,
been?
Kayla. She's Bloom is just a brave, revolutionary. It's amazing.
We can find my family heirloom so my parents won't fight anymore.
Your parents are still
Let's
gonna
go
fight,
tonight
Stella.
After lights out.
I
would like to
promise you
volunteer then.
that they're not
Stormy
fighting solely over a family heirloom that you literally just lost a few hours ago.
I'd
Oh,
love
but-
to.
I'm gonna pause it one more time because that's another example of her trauma dumping on the girls.
Just randomly, yeah.
Just randomly, but none of the girls address it. None of them. Not one person says, "Stella, are you okay? Like, is your family okay?"
Not a
No,
single one of them.
not
You're
a single
right.
one. And we're supposed to be building their
They
relationship.
really just go blink, blink, blink. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just let Stella talk about her trauma, and then no one says anything.
They just
like-
don't address that. They're just
They just don't. Because like I said, they basically don't address it this whole season besides that fear episode that's coming up.
yeah.
Because they're saving it for season 2. I'm really sure they're saving all that for season 2. And I just don't like that, because why bring it up as a plot point if none of the characters are going to act in character when this whole season is supposed to be about them bonding as a friend group, whatever.
Just my style.
Now that's a necklace. Yeah.
Now, I will say one thing that I do like Icy trying to show up, support her sisters and show up the fairies at the same time. Even though she's a bully, as we just saw, she's still voluntold basically one of her sisters to do it because she believes in them.
Not
I think.
not volunteered, voluntold.
Yeah, she voluntold her, Stormy, to do
That's
it.
so
But
funny.
I want to believe that this is like one of those scenes where it's like kind of messed up, but like also kind of like endearing for the
yeah.
tricks, because Icy is still trying to support her sisters, as well as get back at the, fairies and the Winx.
I agree.
So
Because I saw
it's-
this scene in the same way.
I like this scene. I like the.
And
I like
what's
it.
Trix's
I
rule?
wish they had more dynamics like this in class for the season, but we don't have enough time to do that. Like the Trix and the Winx going back and forth with trying to one up each other in class. That would have been cool, but we don't have time for that in this show. We gotta get to the plot.
Class dismissed.
Don't you just love funny little guys?
Me too. Me too. I do.
Anyone here who can't do a basic shape-shifting spell.
You're also the only one here who tracked down a map so we can find Stella.
Are you telling me none of y'all could have tracked down the map?
Nope.
Bloom is not even from here, and And you're you're telling me, hey, you're the only one to track down the map of Cloud Tower so we can get the ring back? Are you serious, guys? Unless we're just trying to bump, boost our girl with whatever win possible for her self-esteem, sure, I guess. But that makes no sense. Or y'all are just dumb for some reason.
Yay, Blue!
Because y'all are really boosting her.
Lights out, girls. Good night.
Okay. Also, I had a
And
problem with the
also,
scene.
does she tuck all the students in?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Does she do this for every dorm? Does she go in
Or
and like,
does she just
"Good night,
do it
girls?"
for her little special ones? These ones.
Yeah, her little special
specifically.
winks. I was like, does she just going around check? Because it would make sense if you
Bed
because
check.
this place doesn't have. Yeah, exactly. It would make sense that she would go around and check on every single dormitory, I guess, for make sure the girls or the guys are in place, for the night. Because this place doesn't have security for some reason. She is security for the school, basically. So if that's the case, this makes sense. But the show never tells you that. She just comes in and says "Good night, girls" or whatever, and leaves it at that. We never see her do it again.
She must be exhausted,
I'm sure she uses magic to keep herself up or something. She has magic coffee. Magic lace coffee.
It looks like we make a left here, then go straight. Then down another and... Oh, my battery died. What do we do now?
Stand by.
Of course, we could have done this from the beginning, but
Literally.
Whoa.
instead of,
So cool. I've been told to say thank you after a compliment, so...
I just like Techna's dialogue.
I was told to
She-
say thank you
'cause-
after your compliment, so thank you.
Because they're treating her like a semi-autistic person. Because she's supposed to be like a robotic type of person or whatever. Ooh, the Trick
She is
Slayer.
Tekla.
Who would know this is the Trick Slayer without the T and the X? I would not have guessed.
Come on.
Huh? Ew. Talk about bad vibes.
Those bats did nothing to you.
But look at all
Bro, if I was a bat,
Summon
and I
evil
heard
spirits
Flora say that, I'd be
will
like,
haunt you for
oh.
the rest of eternity and
Wait.
even after that.
Going back, Bloom says, "Look at all the books." Look at all what books?
Those books?
I see one book. I think there might have been some other books on the shelf. I think, because I'm like, Bloom says, "Look at all the books," and walks up to one big book.
But look at all the books. How to summon evil spirits that will haunt you for the rest of eternity and even after that. No thanks. Ah, here it is.
And you know what? This kind of explains why the Tricks are so good at magic. Is they study in their free time. They actually study.
I feel whole again.
Yeah, they actually study from
But,
actual books from Cloud Tower.
Definitely.
Because
This place is weird.
how many of these books actually survived the fight between the ancestral witches and the fairies? That's my question. Because they left Cloud Tower in ruin. So how many books
Also-
actually made it?
All of these books, why are they not in the library at school? Why
Because
are they
no one
just
ca-
discarded at Cloud Tower?
Because no one cares, Kayla. No one cares to patrol Cloud Tower. No one cares to tell the Tricks not to use Cloud Tower since it's an off limits area for some reason. Because I'm sure, it's off limits because of safety reasons. People could die down here because something collapses on you, you die, whatever, right? Because these are teenagers at the end of the day. These are not full grown
Isn't-
adults.
Isn't that what happened to the teachers? Is that they went down there and then there was
No,
the
they got trapped by a spell, trap
the spell bubble that they put in the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a trap. It was a trap spell basically for them. Basically, they put up. But yeah, things like that, because technically their safety is in the hands of the school. So of course this place should be off limits, and you go down here and you get crushed by rubble because you're doing some dangerous spell out of one of the Cloud Tower books you forgot to pick up. It's not their fault. It's the school's fault. But whatever. We're not bringing logic into this.
I never get scared.
Let's go, Stella. We don't want the tricks to catch us in here.
Don't you hear that? It sounds like someone's crying. And it's coming from there.
I don't even know why this scene exists.
Oh, poor thing.
If it sounds like someone's crying in a locked cage
injured.
in Cloud
Right now.
Tower in the Trixis lair, why don't you just go back to school and tell the
And
head
tell-
mistresses?
The head
Does
mistresses.
anyone remember the chain spell from class?
I think it was Sigillus Mutant.
No, but we have to have the theme of this episode, and they're using the magic they just learned.
I'll get the class recordings.
And my question is, does Stella use this for every class?
Mutatio?
Does she just record every
Th-
class?
Does Techna use this for
I mean,
every class?
Techna just records every class.
Probably.
And I'm like, does
mean-
any other girls do that, or is just her? And why
This
does
is
he
why
look like this?
technology is actually pretty
Those
rad.
footprints don't match this cute little creature.
Hold on, let me go back.
Creature? Figure
Fast forward a little bit.
Footprints don't match this cute little creature.
My question is, why does the troll look like this? Was this to sell toys? This feels like it was just made to sell toys. Why did we need the chibi version of him? This was made to sell
Trap
toys, in
them,
my
I don't
opinion.
know. I don't know.
I mean, I understand in the context of the episode to trap them or whatever, to trick them.
Yeah.
But this just feels like, oh, we're gonna sell a plush of him for some reason.
Mhm.
Because why else have this design? He looks like a plush.
He does. He does look like a
Those
little
footprints
toy
don't
that they would
match
sell in
this
Target.
cute little creature.
And now they do. Let's go.
And now we have small goblins or something. And these things are the most ugliest things ever.
They really are.
But once again, I don't think we ever see these goblins.
I
Again
don't
this
think
season.
we do. Truly, I don't.
I know. We can't even call our parents to say goodbye.
We can't even call our parents to say goodbye. That's kind of funny, actually.
I'm like, y'all are fairies and y'all gonna die to some goblins.
Juvenile
y'all know-
fairies.
Stella just brought down the ceiling. You telling me that spell wouldn't eviscerate some of these goblins? And they already fought the troll before.
What were you doing in
They
our
did.
room?
They did.
Same thing
On
you
Earth
were
when they
doing
met
in
Bloom.
my room,
Exactly.
getting my ring. And we've got it. So we're going.
You're not going anywhere.
Girls.
Why? Why did they need to transform? They were already past them. They literally stopped to transform to fight. What is there something stopping them from just running to the exit or something? I feel like Stella just wanted to fight.
You know, I feel like that's within Stella's personality.
Stormy was like, "Hey, we gang," and then Stella was like, "All right, we bang." Like, gang, gang. Like, that's what feels like happened. I was like, Stormy said, "Y'all not going anywhere." Stella was like, "You ain't got to tell me twice." we scrapping.
I think it's time to show up.
I really like Techna's transformation.
Oh, Kayla, you gotta watch the video I sent you because it shows the transformation that Techna had before this one. Because they gave her headphones, but they took the headphones away to just do the little tech implant.
Okay, okay.
And I think Techna's outfit was also different in the the art leading up to this show.
Okay, well then I definitely have to see it. Musa's is still one of my favorites as well.
Way back to Althea. Not so fast.
I think they did my girls justice with their transformations.
All right, let me go back real quick. Because why is Bloom the only one to dodge roll? Bloom is the only one to have sense to dodge roll out of the attack. Everybody else got stun locked. But watch our girl Bloom. She played Dark Souls before, Kayla. Bloom confirmed Dark Souls gamer.
That is so good.
She saw a powerful attack coming and she immediately dodge rolled. None of the other girls even attempted to get out the way.
Hope you brought a sweater.
Is that what growing up on Earth growing up in an Earth public school teaches you?
Oh yeah, dodge roll. Yeah. Bloom says I've seen this before. But my question is, Icy literally just 1v4'd them.
Yeah.
But Icy is never able to do this again in the whole show. Now, granted, Bloom gets her transformation, but still.
Solar flare!
My bad, 1v5s.
Nothing's working. We can't get out. Their magic is too strong.
It's so cold.
It's
Flora,
You're trapped in ice.
do they not take science at this school?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure she has a spell to grow seeds in cracks. And how do you break down ice and rock? What do plants do? Grow in between them and widen the gap. I was like, Floor, you could have did something, anything. You like, it's cold. It's cold in here.
Ice? Cold is the first thing on its resume.
Let my friends out now.
She's a badass.
You're who we're looking for anyway. Why don't you just melt the ice with your flame?
See if you can summon your power.
That's actually a good idea.
And it feels like the tricks are helping Bloom. I mean, they kind of are because they want to see her dragon flame, I think, right?
Yes, yeah.
To capture it or whatever. But I was like, you're actually kind of training her.
In case you're wondering, this is what power looks like.
This keeps getting worse. Hydro beam.
She threw water at ice.
I don't know why they made her so dumb in this scene. She threw water. I mean,
But hey,
at least she's trying something.
She's like one of the only one that's actually doing something, bro.
When actually Flora probably would be the best person to take care of this problem. Unless they're gonna be like, it's too cold for plants to grow in here. Oh, sure, okay, whatever show. But still, throwing water at ice is crazy. Now, also, I believe in the concept for what's her name? Our water fairy girl.
Aisha?
Aisha? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, in her concept, like writings or whatever for her powers leading up to the show, I believe she had control over all liquids. It just wasn't water. So she theoretically had also control over lava and things like that. Anything that was liquid, she had control over. Like if you want to take like Avatar, how there's different liquidities in Avatar that certain characters can control. Like, spoiler, Katara can do blood bending, and then was it Bolin? He figures out how to do lava bending, right?
Bruh, like, if they haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender by now.
Yeah, I know, but still. But yeah. she has control over all liquids. So, but they reduced her powers to just water based in this version of the show. And I think in the original show, she just had water powers also. But still, at least she's trying to do something. But throwing water at ice is so dumb. Unless she had like a spell that turned her water into like one of those high pressure water beams that's like a laser, because high pressure water beams can cut through rock in real life. Now, if she had something like that, that'd be cool. But no, she just throws normal water at ice. And none of the 5 girls could do anything. And then Kayla, I think you mentioned before, where's Techna's firewall? That overpowered shield.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't shown it yet, but while the season goes on, we'll see Techna use a spell called Firewall. That's a shield, and it basically stops anything. It basically can stop literally almost anything. It's overpowered.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
But none of them can do anything. What about? Oh well, Musa tried to use vibrations, I guess, to break out the ice, and that didn't work because she's not strong enough. I just don't understand how Icy 1v5s them, and they're about to die. If Icy wanted to, she could instantly kill them. But later on in the season, that doesn't happen. Icy like gets decreased in power level or something.
Don't take too long. Stop it! Let them go!
Don't you know it's rude to talk during movies?
Yes, Bloom, yes, this is exactly what we need.
And this is Bloom's transformation.
Cosmic. The cheeky little smile.
Ooh, she transformed. It's about time.
Now, what the trick to do next is so dumb to me. I don't understand what's the plan.
Yeah, we're gonna make her dizzy.
We're gonna make you dizzy.
Which one of us?
What about now?
Instead of using any of our spells, we're going to make you dizzy. That's the best they could come up with.
We're gonna fly around you and taunt you like flies. Ooh.
This feels to me that the writers for this episode was like, oh, we ran out of budget for an actual action scene. So what can we have them do to have Bloom win this fight? Because we don't have budget for them to go blow for blow with magic. We just need to wrap this up quickly. Oh, also, Kayla, I did watch somebody, and they brought up the point. Hold on, let me pause it when it gets to it. Why do they do this?
What about now?
I'm gonna show you real quick. Why do they extend their hand out there like they're Superman? Why do they fly like Superman?
I don't know.
When they could just fly normally.
They've never done that before. I don't know.
Because the Winx do it also later in the season. They fly like Superman. And I was like, oh my gosh, they do fly like Superman. Like, do they? I gotta go back and watch the old show. Do they do that in the old show? Do they fly around like Superman?
I don't think they do. Truly, I don't think they do. But I
don't think they do either because
I have to go back
they
and
have
watch
wings.
the original as well.
Why are you flying around like Superman when you have wings?
You know how I would fly if I had wings? I would have like my arms like extended and my hands like horizontal. Like a peanut character.
Wait, were you talking about like your arms right out in front of your face?
No, they're down by my sides. Like a peanut character when they dance. in their
Oh, you
hand.
talking about that? I got you. But no, they literally fly like Superman in this show for no reason. It's a deliberate change for some reason. That now these characters that never done this before, they fly around like Superman. Because they're trying to get the boy audience, maybe? Oh, cool. Look, Superman pose.
I think it's just for like the kid audience to like get them to understand that it's like they're flying, guys. See?
Yeah, but you already understand that by them flying. So I don't understand. And then also, how did all three of them land on the same wall when they all three weren't in the same position? But
all good questions. You're so observant.
It's just the whole blocking for the end screams. We got to wrap this up, guys.
I know, it feels amazing, but dates later.
Man, Aisha's hair is just so good. They really did such a fantastic job with her hair.
Oh, Aisha.
Yes.
Yeah, the character models, you know, they did work on the character models. It's just the movement and action and blocking is bad.
Uh-oh.
Look at her face,
And
bro.
background
What a sour
characters.
puss.
In our defense, we're on our way in. Farragonda wants you in her office.
In the middle of the night? Middle of the night?
Mr. Griselda looked like an NPC when they
Yeah,
were
she
walking up
really
to the gate.
Started it by sending a monster to steal my ring.
So we had to help Stella find it.
And why didn't you
Bingo.
come to me?
That is an excellent
Yeah.
question.
That is an
Also,
excellent question.
Bloom transformed. For the first time. I even blew up part of a tunnel.
It seems for you rules are made to be broken, but given the circumstances, you're dismissed for now. Bloom, please stay back.
I still don't understand why Miss Farragonda is disappointed in them when the tricks literally
Sent a troll into their room, stole a powerful item,
and have a whole witch lab
layer. Yeah, they have a whole layer in the room.
in a restricted.
That's off limits.
Exactly, Kayla. Off limits. So why is she upset with them and no repercussions are handed down to the tricks when they literally just told them the whole story? Unless they left out parts of the story, but it doesn't look like they did. I don't get it. I don't get it. Miss Griffin just doesn't care, or does Miss Farragonda just doesn't care and let the tricks do whatever they want? I don't get it.
So, how did it feel to transform?
I mean, again, that's my theory, is that it's like Miss Griffin, like, she adopted the tricks and she dotes on them. They're her favorite. And so she has like a soft spot for them.
Keep focusing on your studies.
Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse Miss Farragonda not doing anything about that. They don't ever have a conversation.
Maybe they have this unspoken agreement that it's like you handle fairy affairs and I handle witch affairs.
Yeah, but if they have an unspoken agreement, we should see that on screen or something. It's never indicated to us that happens. It just feels like they get away with everything. Besides, they get in trouble for one thing, but that's it. So it's because when you're making a show, it should be either show or tell. It should be show, don't tell, but still, they don't show you or tell you in this show. It just happens. So they don't even do the bare minimum of writing for a visual medium. I don't know.
What? Why? It's not my birthday.
This is better. You transformed, so we're celebrating with a midnight party.
You know, I've been thinking we should form a club.
Would it be annoying to be the neighbors to them?
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Maybe?
Like, brother, I have classes. Shut up.
Or, since they're the tricks, we could be the Winx.
That is better than mine. 6 fairies who randomly met at Althea and share a common room.
Tekna just described every new gen manga title. Tekna definitely reads manga.
Oh, for sure.
And light novels.
What do you think? But what does Winx mean?
Everything, just Winx.
Winx.
Boo. Boo. Everything just Winx. That's not, no. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Now I'm in.
Boo.
Totally. Sweet.
Hit it, Musa.
Bro, y'all are loud. I'm trying to sleep.
This is amazing.
Is that Griselda? Not unless she delivers pizza. Yay!
So who's
Bro.
delivering the pizza? Is it so now we have a magical pizza, magical cafeteria? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
Because where does pizza go? Did she order the pizza from the cafeteria? I'm sure she ordered it from some other magical place outside of campus. But how did this magical pizza get here without going through some type of security? This school has no security.
0.
Starving. I'm famished.
Not even Robin the specialist, the assistant. She should be like roaming the halls, just like checking up right now.
But
And
Robin
she
might be
didn't-
back at the other school. We don't know
The
where Robin
specialist school?
sleeps. Yeah, we don't know where Robin sleeps because they don't care to show us Robin's room. Does she have a room at the fairy school, or does she have to every night go back to the specialist school? And I feel like she has to go back to the specialist school every night because that's where all the specialists go. And when they come to campus just for classes and then go back to their school. So there's no security. There's literally no security besides the principals and the vice principal of the school. That's it. And this is some thick mozzarella pizza. That's some thick crust. I don't know if this is how they eat it in Italy, but that does not look good.
It looks like a deep dish margarita pizza.
Just hungry.
Yeah, it's mozzarella pizza. It's just mozzarella. It's just the deep
Yeah,
dish.
where's
deep
the
dish.
what is it? Basil?
Yeah, there's no basil on it. It's just mozzarella and tomato sauce. But they might eat it like that in Italy. So, but the pizza doesn't look appetizing on this show.
Bloom transformed. Finally. Her firepower was so strong, she accidentally destroyed one of Cloud Tower's underground tunnels. Oh my.
Oh my.
Could it be the...
So in this whole conversation, Miss Farragonda giving Miss Griffin this information means that Miss Farragonda has not told Miss Griffin about the tricks and their role in this, because Miss Farragonda has the whole story. Miss Griffin does not.
Right.
So is Miss Farragonda just omitting the tricks? And Bloom transformed is so important, it just wiped everything else about the story out of her mind. Unless they're going to say that the tricks were undercover for us this whole time and in season 2, and there weren't really bad guys to begin with. They were working with Miss Farragonda and Miss Griffin. I would hate that. I'm not going to lie. I would actively hate that. But it would make a lot more sense on why they get away with stuff.
Dragonflame? We can only hope.
Ladies, I found the new fairy reading this.
I like how
in the
they just all come
library.
together for a tea party at the end of the day.
Right. On the balcony.
No other teachers. They don't invite any other teachers.
They can see them. They can see them partying from their balcony.
Yeah, we're about to see it, but they don't invite any other teachers, Kayla. It's just the
It's
three
just
women
these-
of the school.
It's just them. Robin's not even there.
Oh, Robin's a student, so fine. I'm talking about the other teachers. The leprechaun
Wait, I
teacher
thought
and
Robin
the elf.
was an assistant.
Yeah, but she's still a student. Just because
Oh,
she's an assistant
okay.
doesn't mean she's a TA. Just for the principal of the school, basically. But they don't invite the elf teacher or the leprechaun teacher. I'm like, I guess it's just for the higher ups because the other teachers don't matter. There should be more teachers here, but we don't have budget for that.
The history of Domino. Do you suppose something drew her to it? I don't know. but Domino is connected to the dragon flame.
A fairy with dangerous...
So in the original show, you don't get any of this type of information early in the show. It's a slow build up to revealing Bloom has the dragon flame because it's a mystery. This show basically tells you Bloom has a dragon flame at the beginning. There is no mystery at all. And it kind of sucks. That's one of the highlights, in my opinion, of the first season of Winx. There was like a mystery of like, oh, what's this dragon flame? What's this? Who has the dragon flame? Everybody's looking for this dragon flame. And then it's revealed, you know, Bloom has dragon flame towards the end of the season, I believe, or whatever, that arc. They basically spell out for you in bold typeface, Bloom has a dragon flame.
Potential. She could be a weapon for dark forces.
This eventuality was why Farragonda and I joined forces after Cloud Tower fell. Yes, together we will keep an eye on Bloom.
That's the reason why you guys, because of the prophecy.
But for now, let her have some.
Oh no, the whoever is born with the dragon flame could tip the balance basically. But they're afraid it's going to tip the balance into the dark side. That's why they have to keep an eye on Bloom. Even though we're going to see when she becomes Dark Bloom, they're nowhere to be found. And until, you know, they're actually needed to reverse the spell, but whatever, you know. I was saying, you would think they would put some type of magical tracer on her, like how the Tricks put that hex spell on Bloom without her knowing, right? Because Bloom is so important, and Bloom and the Winx Club continuously break the rules. So you're telling me that Miss Farragonda can't put some type of tracer on her just in case, right?
I mean, they could.
Wouldn't that make sense? I think that would make a lot of sense. It
would.
But the show can't do that, obviously, because that would mess up our plot. Possibly. Oh, the bad guy.
Poor Tricks. You've let Bloom outwit you again. Bring me Bloom's power, and I'll give you what you want as agreed.
So my question is, how does Vexius even know that? Does Vexius have a spell that spies on the Tricks also?
That's a good question.
Because they didn't even tell Vexius what happened. He just knew. So I'm like, because it would be cool if they ever revealed that every shadow that exists, Vexius can hear you from. You know, something overpowered and bad guy like that or something, you know? But they never say Vexius has any of that type of power. So I don't know how he knows this.
He's so going to double-cross us.
Not if we double-cross him first.
And that is the end of the episode. But I have a problem with that ending. Spoiler alert. They never double-cross Vexius, really, in the show. They have an opportunity to, and they kind of don't take it. So this whole end scene kind of doesn't play out the way you would think it plays out in this season, unless they're going to save it for season 2. But spoiler alert, for season 2, they join the fairy side of the fight against Vexius. So this whole end scene doesn't accomplish anything of them trying to double cross Vexius. But that was episode 3. Any thoughts, Kayla?
I mean, no, I think we've really covered everything.
I think this episode was slightly better, probably, than the first and second episode. I feel like it's slowly improving, not by much, but slowly improving. I'll put it that way. Because I did like this one better than the previous 2 episodes. What about you?
I mean, you know, I could agree with that statement. I will say that this episode was better than the previous 2.
Not by much, but I think it was slightly better.
A smidge.
Oh, so what is your thoughts on Bloom's transformation and outfit?
Okay, I like her transformation. Her outfit. Okay, I like her outfit, I think. But anyway, the transformation, like the cosmos and the like space butterflies and the like, you know, like fire sonic heart, like it's a good transformation. It really is. I like her braids. I like the little braids in her hair.
Yeah, they gave her braids because they like giving this iteration of Bloom braids. Because if you look at the concept art for this show, I think she had more braids. Like,
yes,
she had. I think she had braids in her regular form, her civilian form. She had braids. Whoever was the designer / AI, because there is some evidence that AI was used on the designs, possibly of certain characters in the show. They wanted to give Bloom braids. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just interesting they went with braids when she transforms. And it's not like it's not like Aisha where she like has full head of braids or whatever. It's just like braids here or there. I don't know. This is interesting.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the outfit?
I like the colors. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say it then. I don't like the skirt shorts combo. I love the boots. They're super cute. I like the halter top. Super cute. They go together. But that skirt short skirt situation, not loving it. And I understand that it's like they put shorts on most, if not all, of the girls, besides Flora. Flora's the only one that doesn't have shorts. Or some sort of pants.
Yeah, Tekna has pants.
Yeah, but Flora's the only one that is wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
With no shorts.
Yep.
Is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
And I understand that. I think that they put shorts on most, or some sort of pant on all of / most of the girls because of animation stuff. When they're flying and they're doing like different perspective shots of them flying, it would be kind of strange because they're 3D models now of like, oh, we might be able to see up their skirts, and their skirts are like really short. So like, they decided to put shorts.
This makes it appropriate. Yes.
Yeah.
I think the design's okay. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest thing ever, but it's fine. I think it's fine. I'm not super critical on this design. I think they're fine. Because I'm not like a big Magical Girl show watcher. Well, when I do watch Magical Girl shows, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna critique every design of the characters. I just enjoy what I watch. But this one, compared to the old one is just one color. This one, they're trying to spice it up a little bit because it's new technology. They use for coloring, and it's in 3D, obviously, so they can do a little bit more with the character design. It's fine. I think it's fine. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. It's just fine. I think it works, and it still kind of keeps that kind of color palette from the original, her first fairy form. So it's all right. But yeah, that's my take. And the transformation. But she doesn't look
bad. Like if she was a doll, I think she would look really good as a doll. So the design overall is very cute. I do like the design overall.
And then I did want to point out in her transformation, my favorite part of the transformation is when she's looking up at the cosmic butterfly things. Because she transforms and then she like looks up at the fiery cosmic butterflies or whatever, like in awe or in wonder,
Yeah.
I did like that part.
Amazement,
in amazement. There you go. I like this part because it like shows like her when she finally accesses magic, and like it just it feels magical, basically, to be able to, you know, use this. I like this part. This part's cool. It builds character, in my opinion, without telling you, you know. Now they do describe. Now she does describe it when she talks to Farragonda about her transformation. So whatever, but still. But yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts on Bloom's transformation, and we talked about a lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Well,
I
all
think
right.
I said all I could say. And you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
All right. Well,
I can't really think of anything else right now.
all right. Well, thank you everyone for watching along and or listening, however you're consuming this. If we missed anything or want to comment anything, leave it in the description. Leave it in the comment section below. And y'all be good to your neighbors, and y'all have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. And see you in the next one.
Bye.